Good evening. We are going to start our lesson, our learning, and roughly our learning is going to be based on I want to talk about compression today. As you can see, I'm using brackets. So I have my whatever it is here, and so I have browser open. Now, as you look here, I've done something small here, but then what we are going to talk about today is what is here. Basic what we call it basic operation. But then this operation basically with maths. Okay, so we are going to see how this one of them, each of this one works. Okay, so I started here what let's then I've defined two variables here. So I let mango, then apple. So I use I'll call it the comma here. I could have done let mango, let apple. Then when I defined it here, and I assigned what? So I assigned mango to be 40. Assign mango to be 40, and I assigned apple to be what? 50. So now I store the whole thing into a variable called sum. Now look at what is happening. In some language, you have to define what the sum to. I didn't define, but it still work. I have sum here. So in the sum, I'm storing what mango and apple. Okay. So now the sign that we use here today for now is what is the addition. Okay. The first one that we use here is the addition. Let me zoom it a little bit so we can see what's happening. The addition. Now when we do console log dot what sum here, when we look at our console, we can see that our answer is what? Our answer is 90. Let me go back a little bit. So we see our answer is 90. So that means that this one, what it does, this one, it will sum what is here, and it will store. It's not summing the mango, but what is being stored in the mango that's been summed. So we sum them. We have our 90. And let's go using the same time and let's change it to manuals. So we save and refresh, and you see we have a problem here. What is it saying? It's an unexpected error. Or let me see whether it's something. Let me see. Yeah, so that's it. This was the problem causing, so I commented this one out so that we know what we are doing. So this is just a comment. Okay. Now you see that when I did mango minus apple mango was what? Mango was 40 and apple was 50. So I had what minus 10. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I can really change the whole situation here, and I'll do it. So apple and minus mango. So I will let go of the negative sign. So let me save it. Now we have 10 here. Okay, so this one doesn't give anything. We already know it. Now let's talk about the multiplication. So multiplication is a star here. So now multiplication, sum, then we have whatever number is here. Okay. So now let's look about this one too. Now this modulo. Before I talk about the modulo, let me talk about this one. So what this one does, let's see what it does. So that is the division sign here. So it divide. Now look at what it divided and give us 1.25. So look, everything that is here, it will give you on something. Okay, it will give you on something. Integer. It always give you integer, so it serves as a float. Whatever it is, this one that divides this one. So apple is 50 then this one is 40. So when we do the division, we had. Now remember, the division here doesn't give us the remainder. This is not the remainder. It just divide them and then what. So what each one will get is this amount. When we divide these two, this is what we get. This is not the remainder. Now if you want to get a remainder, then you go for a modulo. So the modulo will give us what? Sorry, the modulo will give us a remainder. Now you see the difference between them. So right here, what it gives us what? 10. So I ask myself, why is it giving us 10? So apple is 50. Then the modulo of that by 4, this one gives us what? 40. So 40. So apple, this is giving us what? This guy. So this is the remainder of the division of these two. This is the remainder of it. But the one that the 1 point that we saw earlier isn't the remainder. It's when they divide this, and that's what. So if you want to get a remainder, that means that you have to use the modulo to get your remainder. So these are something about what I call it a little bit about which there's more to it in the situation. There's more to it in an equation whereby you have to work most of it. So let me give you a little example and let's see. Okay, let me remove this one. Let's look at a little bit example. Let's say let's know. Okay, because let's say let me do this one. So in the case that you have, let's say you have them in brackets. So we have them in brackets. We'll talk about that one. That one is a little bit. We'll talk about it later. So let me go with this one. So that we'll talk about that one later. So that is a basic of math. So now let's talk about something called a comparison. Okay, so we want to compare stuff. Now here in the comparison, there's a lot here. We have that's why we have the less than, the greater than, we have the less than, we have the equal to, this is equal to. Then when we do this one, this 3 is equal to what? It's comparing two things. Okay, we call this one the straight sign. This sign we call them what? The straight sign. And they normally use this one further than this one. Okay. Now look at this one is different from that. This is assignment sign. Then here we can have this one less than or greater than, or greater than, less than or equal to. Then we have greater than or equal to. Then we have this exclamation mark here, and equal to. So we are going to, I'm going to talk something a little bit about this, how this would operate. So all this, when you are using dynamics, you are going to compare what? Two things. Okay, so let me comment this one. So we have, what we have here is let me see. So let me do a little also here. Let me come back. So let's mango. Okay, so I have the if as well. Let's mango.